The degree of a polynomial refers to the highest degree of the terms in a polynomial. So let us take these four given here. So what are the degrees of their polynomial? In our first given 7x raised to the 4th power, the degree of that polynomial is 4 because the exponent of the variable is 4. In our next given, 3mn raised to the 5th power, so the degree is 6 because we know that m has an exponent of 1. 1 plus 5 is 6, and that is the sum of the exponent of the variable. In our third given, so we have here a trinomial, but in our first term, the degree is 2. In our second term, the degree is 1. So since among these three terms, the first term has a highest degree, which is 2. So therefore, that is the degree of that polynomial. In our next given, wherein we have here a polynomial with 4 terms, and in our first term, we have 3 plus 2, which is 5, a degree of 5. In our next second term, we got 3 as a degree. We have here 1. Since among the 4 terms, the first term has the highest degree, therefore, the degree of this polynomial is 5. Now, in dividing polynomials using long division method, this is how it is done. So, let us divide the given x squared minus 5x plus 9 by x minus 3. So, this is our long division symbol, and we're going to write the dividend inside this symbol, then the divisor is written outside. So, we will just simply be following these steps. Step number 1, arrange the divisor and the dividend in descending order of degree. So, as you notice, the power is already arranged in decreasing order. So, x raised to 2, 5 raised to 1, and a variable here has an x with a 0 exponent. So, they're arranged in decreasing order. So, it is already arranged. The same with our divisor. So, we have no problem with step number 1. In step number 2, just in case there are missing terms, we will insert zeros. But in our given, since the exponent of the variable are arranged consecutively, like 2, 1, 0, 1, then 0. So it means they're already arranged, so there is no missing terms. So we have no problem with step number 2. And we are now ready to follow the guide in step number 3. So we will start with division. So we will be dividing always the leftmost term of the dividend and the divisor. So x squared divided by x, this gives us x, and this will be our partial quotient. So after dividing, multiply. X times x is x squared, x times negative 3 is negative 3x. Next, subtract. So in subtracting, we will always follow the rules of signs. So since x squared minus 3x is the subtrahend, so change the sign. So from negative becomes positive. From positive becomes negative, then proceed to addition. Right? Change the sign of the subtrahend, then proceed to addition. Then after that, this one is cancelled. Then negative 5x plus positive 3x is negative 2x. So after subtracting, bring down. So we will bring down plus 9. Then we will go back to dividing. So we will just follow the same process. So divide the leftmost term of dividend and divisor. So negative 2x divided by x. So cancel x, that is 1. 1 times negative 2, that is negative 2. And that will be our next partial quotient. Then after dividing, multiply. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 3 is positive 6. So after multiplying, subtract. So in subtracting, change the sign of the subtrahend. Change the sign. Then proceed to addition. And this one is cancelled. And we are left with positive 9 plus negative 6 is positive 3. Then next, after subtracting, bring down. Since there is nothing to bring down, we will start from here. So our quotient is x minus 2. But since we have a remainder, so that is positive 3, so we will add 3 here divided by the divisor, which is x minus 3. And this will be our answer. Let us take this given number 2. Divide 8 plus 27x cubed by 2 plus 3x. So since the given are not arranged in descending order, so after writing our division symbol, we will arrange directly our given. So the degree or the highest degree will be written first, and the same with our divisor. But as you notice, we have missing terms here. So our first term has an exponent of 3 in our variable, but we don't have x squared, x raised to 1 in our given. So we're going to insert those terms. But the coefficient is 0. So why is it 0? Because we don't want the value will be affected. Although we added x squared and x raised to 1, but since the coefficients are 0, so the value is still 0 and it will not affect the value of the given, which is 27x cubed plus 8. So that's it. So after doing the steps 1 and 2, we will now proceed to step number 3, and this will be our guide. So same process, divide 27x cubed divided by 3x. So 27 divided by 3 is 9. X cubed divided by x is x squared. So this will be our partial product. Then multiply. 9 times 3, 27. X squared times x, x cubed. 9 times positive 2, 18. Then write down x squared. Then subtract. So change the sign of the subtrahend. So this one becomes minus. This one becomes minus also. And proceed to addition. So this is cancelled. And we are left here with 0 plus negative 18x squared is negative 18x squared. After subtracting, bring down 0x raised to 1 power. Then, go back to division. So, negative 18x squared divided by 3x. So, negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6. Then, x squared divided by x is x. So, this will be our next partial quotient. Then, multiply. So, negative 6 times 3, negative 18, x times x is x squared. Negative 6 times positive 2 is negative 12, and write down x. Then after that, subtract. So again, change the sign of the subtrahend. So from negative becomes positive. Then proceed to addition. So this one is cancelled, 0. Then 0 plus positive 12x is positive 12x. Then after subtracting, bring down. Then go back to division. So 12x divided by 3x. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Then cancel x. That is 1. 1 times 4 is still 4. So that will be our next partial quotient. Then after that, multiply. Positive 4 times 3. That is positive 12. Then write down x. Positive 4 times positive 2. That is positive 8. Then subtract. So change the sign of the subtrahend. So positive becomes negative. Positive becomes negative. Then proceed to addition. So obviously, they are cancelled. So that is 0. And this will be our quotient.